regards to the charter revision, going to 3 wards from 7, the existing 7 down to 3. I don't know if I'm adamantly opposed to going to 3. I think that may be stretching it a little bit. I remember when I was running for Board of Alderman and up in the 7th Ward, that alone was enough just to get out and see the people up there in the 7th Ward. I heard them talking, you guys are talking about combining maybe the 7th and the 6th Ward. You'd probably have to start campaigning in January sometime to get out there and see everybody. Maybe 4 wards, maybe 5 wards, I could see, but going down to 3, going from 14 to 9, I think you're eliminating 5 individuals out of the political process. Along the same lines with Bo, going from 12 down to 7, another 5 individuals that want to participate in the political process are being removed from the political process. I think with the 3 wards, I think you may see a reduction in some of the elderly voting. The distances that some of the elderly may have to travel to vote. I know Ansonia is not a big town, but as the folks get older, any kind of change in any distance. I don't think $5,000 savings per election should be the deciding factor on whether we go from 7 to 3 wards. I think this is something that needs some lengthy discussion before we go and make a decision like that.
I spent a lot of time walking around my ward, actually speaking with my residents. I think that's going to be very hard to do with a larger ward if you go down to 3. Just for example, if you combined, say, the 1st, 2nd, 3rd ward, just speaking hypothetically, which would make sense in area-wise, and maybe the Hilltop wards and the West Side wards. That would give you 3 wards, which roughly everybody was talking about. Whether that's the plan or not, I don't know, I'm just saying. It would be very tough for anybody to cover all that area, to actually physically go out and speak to the residents. So in my opinion, I think we would have a huge disconnect between the public leaders and the actual residents of the city. I mean, I would say probably a good 30% of my ward has my cell phone number. I mean, I really talk to these people. And I know my ward is small, just over there on the north end, but this is volunteer. We all know that. None of us get paid as aldermen. And as Dave said, I really think you'd have to start going around talking to these people in January, February to cover every single house in that amount of territory. I've never walked the Hilltop, and Dave was saying the same thing. It's a large area. He had a tough time just covering the 7th ward. So, I mean, that's something to think about when you're changing the wards. You got to have that connection between who's running and who's going to be out there speaking with these people.